Welcome back to part two. So this is a part two special of our house hunting. Sorry, housekeeping. Okay, part two of our housekeeping, the 7 month edition, special just for you. And then we have all the confessions for today. So let's go.
I really don't feel good. This place.
Getting a
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
So, housekeeping plus ghost hunting, house hunting.
Yep, house hunting. And then after that, next one will be house haunting.
This is the 2 a.m. us talking half delirious, not even drunk, not even drinking or high already.
Yeah, maybe next time we should drink. Now let's see where's we can channel into the hantu energy.
I got drinks there.
Next time.
Okay. Next week.
Oh, and also we have a special announcement to make. Okay, if you are not aware, okay, next week on the 10th of August, we are going down to Marina Bay Sands. I will be cosplaying. Okay, and Eugene will be there taking in
Video. I'll be taking all your confessions. So just find us as we are loitering around the expo hall. Find the succubus, walk up to her, and tell her your ghost story. And we'll film
yes,
it.
and then if you win, what will we get? From my breast, I will pull out $2.
Wow,
If
still
you
got
win.
ang pao.
Ang pao from my sweaty boobs.
Then got perfume.
Some
or not?
blessed with my sweat.
Got see me perfume Chanel number 5 one.
Okay, so apparently, right, I don't know about this, but all the men that have dated me, right, they all very obsessed with my sweat. Because they say my sweat smells like a certain way. They like how I smell. But this is purely just me. This is not because like I my body wash or stuff like that. Yeah, they just like the smell of it. So I'm a true bred succubus.
All right, guys, you heard that. So come on down, tell your ghost stories, get $2 from her boobs, and then let us know how you rate the smell from
Damn gross. Straight from the breast.
Okay. For the ladies, well, we got something for you too. I will pull out $2 straight from my underwear, if that's your kind of thing.
Okay, ladies, your 1K also hand, huh? Don't know what kind of housekeeping this one turning to.
It's a 2 a.m. house. 2:15 a.m. housekeeping. All the xiao lang all come out. Okay, come, let's get to our first content that we have. This one is from Lina Koh. Lina Koh asking your thoughts. It's from a Red Chili 21, I think Malaysia, 6 days ago.
Yeah. Looks
6
like Malaysia.
different colors and levels of ghosts. I'm quite curious. I want to know.
Yeah, I also very busybody when I see this. I like, what's this?
Okay. Shall we go with the first one?
Yep.
Level 1. Grey ghosts.
Grey ghosts. I think this is more like the transparent one, is it? I seen it before, the grey ghost. So this was one of our another confession where I saw to be fair, I never sleep for one whole day. Okay, and I was very tired. I was like rushing for my projects and stuff like that. I have a friend who was playing the Malay Quran in the middle of the morning. I believe it was like 4 or 5 a.m. I cannot remember what's the time now. But we were all on Skype. So technically, I couldn't hear it because I was far away, right? But apparently my house hantu heard it. And then after that, she was not pleased with me.
I remember this story.
I saw a grey ghost right in my face. I can see the facial features and everything. It was really grey. Okay, look very cold, look very pale, but look very angry at me.
Well, what you have just encountered was a level 1
ghost. Not so scary, but like, you know, when you see things that shouldn't be there, you like question your life choices. your life flashed right in front of your eyes. Like, what's going on? And then after that, as quick-witted as I am, I bend down, and then after that, I go retreat into my cardboard. I didn't even see.
Yeah, but see, it's not exactly very harmful. It's 1 star harm, 1 star resentment, 2 star scary, 2 star sway. Wow, still got money luck. 1 star.
Money, I don't know. Maybe make you lose the money. Oh.
Commonly found in roadside homes, playgrounds, parks, funeral homes, hospitals, and in this case, Belinda's house.
Sian ah.
Okay. Level 2.
The white ghost. Ghost in white.
Wow, have you encountered this?
Let me think. I don't think so.
It's the homes, toilet, hospitals,
Oh,
schools, office, cemetery.
yes.
Ah,
There was one time I told you, right?
ah,
It was a very, very short confession only. Both my parents were overseas.
mm,
And then after that, I thought, okay, at the kitchen area where you can have the, what's that called? The bamboo pole, right? Where
mm,
you hang stuff.
mm.
I thought my parents wash bed sheet. And then after that, I was walking into the toilet area in the kitchen. Then I was like, hey, the bed sheet like a bit too piao ah. Then after that, I was like thinking, the window open meh? Because usually when my parents go overseas, right, me and my brothers we damn lazy to open the window because like
Mm.
raining ma, then need to close again, right? So we'll close all the window. And then after that, I was like looking at it, haven't on the light yet lah. So still a bit busybody, a bit blur blur. Then after I on the light, the bed sheet disappeared. Then after that, I decided to still go and do my toilet business. I walked past the area and then walk into the toilet.
I mean, you gotta go, man. Ghosts or not, too bad.
No harm lah, no harm lah.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
wasn't any malicious intent. They were just minding their own business,
Okay.
being a beautiful piao ghost.
So,
But then after that, I'm just like, sorry, I need to pee. Don't mind me, okay?
well,
Sorry, I stare at you too hard. Don't look at me.
then you're absolutely right because it says 1 star harm. It's not harmful at all.
Yeah, but it scared the shit out of me. Okay, but to be fair, I don't know whether does that consider it as in a white dress or is it just a piao?
But pure in a white dress lah.
Maybe I don't
Consider
know.
lah. Okay. We'll consider that a level 2. Let's take a look at level 3. Level 3 is the yellow one.
I don't see it before. I don't know what does the yellow ghost look like.
In a casino, hotel toilet also kenal. Abandoned construction site, movie theater is yellow one. Have I? Wow, this one 3 point resentment, 4 point scary, 3 point harm. No, I've not seen a yellow one. Not even heard of a
I
yellow one.
I don't think because usually when I go to toilet, right, I will feel something is there, but I've never actually seen anything in the toilet itself. So I don't usually go to these kind of places. The movie theater I seldom go to because I like to watch movie at home.
Are you talking about public toilet lah, the pee on the floor, then yellow one? Yeah, I seen that.
And then abandoned construction site is a definite no. I don't like to go to those kind of places. Casino I've never been. Hotels I don't think I've seen ghosts in hotel before. Yeah, doesn't come to mind. But people tell me lah, if they go to holiday with me, they'll hear me screaming in the middle of the night.
Ah, every night.
Like I have night terrors, not every night. Once in a while you'll hear me screaming.
Walao.
I think that one more scary than the yellow
Who's
ghost.
ever sleeping beside you, chot you at night? Good.
Yeah, so every time when I go and travel with new friends, right,
Mm.
I have to give them a warning first. If you hear me scream at night, it's very normal. It's just my body adjusting to the place. Don't be alarmed. Don't wake me up also. I'll get angry at you.
That's right. Tell that to your neighbors. Neighbors, so if you hear Belinda scream at night, just pretend you never hear.
I don't think it'll be that loud lah.
Well,
But I have also screamed and woken up my family in the middle of the night. I think about 3 to 5 times this year already.
wow.
I very, very, very long never had night terrors, and then suddenly all this come back. You know why?
Why?
Because I started to practice a little bit of like the spiritual side.
See
I
lah.
think then my body tune in. Then after that, now more to the spiritual side. There was one night, I tell you, I just sighed.
What happened?
I just like because after that I was like doing some tarot card reading and stuff like that, right? And then
Mm.
it was like my first few times doing it, so I was like super worn out. It used a lot of my like energy.
Mm.
And then after that, okay, I was sleeping, and in the middle of the night, I very clear I was sleeping. My eyes were closed, but for some reason I can see my room.
Mm.
So this is like you sleeping all the way. Is the Wi-Fi very lag?
No, okay.
Oh, okay, maybe it's on my side. Okay, anyway, sorry. I was sleeping all the way. And then after that, my eyes, okay, was completely closed.
Mm.
But, okay, so imagine like a dark, you cannot see anything like your eyes closed. Then
Mm.
suddenly you can see like the room picture, right? Okay, you can see the room picture again. And then after that, you know what happened?
Mm.
I saw at my window side, right? Okay, suddenly a white figure just fly straight into my face screaming.
Nightmare or semi-awake?
I don't know. I scream in real life, and then I scream, and then I woke up. You know, so right? You fucking sleeping in the middle of the night. Suddenly, one white thing just fly straight into your face, screaming.
Oh, speaking of white thing, right? Now that I recall something, I didn't experience this, but my wife did. So she was
Mm,
sleeping in bed,
mm,
and I'm here lah, here in my studio. Then she screamed and ran out to my room, and she came in. And she says, she stood there at my door, and she looked at me. I said,
mm,
"What the fuck happened?" She says,
mm.
"Something just touched my head," and know that my wife is skeptical as hell. And she's not like a believer. She's like, ghosts don't exist. One, I know she knows ghosts exist, but she keeps saying ghosts don't exist just to keep herself brave. Lah.
Comfort herself,
Yeah.
I guess.
So she was lying down alone in a room. Right, my kid is sleeping in his own room. That time we got no cats yet. So the cats are there's nobody, really nobody around. So she felt something like someone's hand with fingers going into her head, going to her hair, like that, right? From the back of her head. Then she felt it, hey? Then she think for a while. No, I'm not there. She felt the back lah, right? She felt the back. I'm not there. Then she turned. She saw no one on the bed, but she saw a white thing fly out the window.
The hantu come and bless her head.
Yeah. So I know, but I always say lah, my house got all the harmless one child running around. Today got one black thing floating around. All harmless one. Just want to. I told her just massage your head only.
Kacau you.
I can tell you sleeping. You say you don't believe, right? They tell you we are here. We are here.
Wait, yeah, the more you say you don't believe, the more they will come to you.
Personally, the one that I saw, I could have seen it a few times, but the one most memorable one was when I was a very young teenager. I think I was 15, 16. I was still in secondary school, so can't remember. Maybe not the O-level time, maybe like 14, 15. So I was playing catching. That time T2 just built. That's how long ago. So T2 just built, and we were playing catching around the airport. And I was running through this corridor, and I saw a black color entity. That time I didn't know it was an entity. I saw something black from the corner of the wall coming out this way, and then going back in. So I ran after that because we were playing catching. I thought that was my Indian friend. So I ran. Then, no, it's true. I thought it was my Indian friend, really. His name's Najib Raj or something. I can't remember his name. Raj, I think. So I ran there, and then I turned the corner. No one. Then I walked further in. It was a guy toilet and a girl toilet and an Ahu room. Absolutely not.
Ahu
AHU lah, the auxiliary. The
prayers room, is it?
No. I think every building will have the AHU room. The Ahu, I call it the Ahu room. I think it's ventilation room, lock on. I open the girl's toilet, nothing inside. Open the guy's toilet, nothing inside. No shadow, no body, no creature. I step out, and I still don't think it was a ghost. I thought it was my Indian friend.
Your friend.
Then I step out, back to the corridor. Then I saw my whole bunch of friends there. All tell me, Gya, run. Then why? Then they all ran off. Then I also run. Run to the very end of the corridor. We come to T2 or T1 or just out in the open. And then they say, like, on top of me was this black color thing
Creature.
crawling upside down on the ceiling. So, but then
Oh my
again,
God.
back then, 14, 15, I was having fun. I was playing. I didn't believe them. I was like, you don't talk cock lah. You're just trying to scare me lah. Where were you hiding? Then my Indian friend was like, no lah, I was not hiding there. I was hiding under the staircase all along. Then I was like, who did I see? Because I saw something black coming out like that. And that
You
leads
think
me.
you think the hantu likes you also?
I
Really?
don't know lah. Yeah lah, I think Hantu likes me lah. Must be lah. So level 4, black entity, alleyways, cemetery, funeral parlors, homes and roads. Apparently this one is very evil.
Well, evil. I think maybe more resentful, I guess. Cannot let go. Harder to transcend into the next world. But I would say very scary feeling.
And,
Very, very scary feeling.
so black one seems to be quite common. People see dark shadows, everything, but the red one, wow, this one is the one that people are scared of because very vengeful. The one where you bury your, the urban legend about burying your dead. Whoever die in red, they will come back and seek revenge.
And the Bedok Reservoir one also.
Fierce ghost. And the last one, level 6, green ghost.
I think the green ghost comes from, I never really seen it before. I don't think I've seen it before, but I think it's more come from like the Chinese legend. Where the movie they always portray themselves as the green color one.
Actually, I want to ask this question. Who the hell came up with all these? I'm not saying like got game card, got power level, 5-star, 4-star.
But then after that, why the ghost level 1 only?
Yeah lah, anyhow lah. Okay lah, it's fun. I guess it's a 7-month fun to talk about stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But next,
So who see the yellow and green one must tell us, and then must tell us the confession where also.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, the next one is definitely in line with Hungry Ghost Festival.
Shouldn't
It's
do
what
during
not
the
to
Ghost
do-
Festival.
Oops.
Otherwise,
It's what not to do during Hungry Ghost Festival. Watch.
shouldn't do during the Ghost Festival. Otherwise, you may attract ghosts and spirits.
Don't wear all red and all black because it attracts the ghosts and the spirits will attach onto you.
Don't take the last train or bus home. That's where the spirits like to be.
Don't take anything from the streets home with you, like offerings and money, and especially not umbrellas. They say that the spirits like to hide inside the umbrella.
Don't carry anything that will make a bell sound, like chunky bracelets or charms that will attract the spirits.
Similar to that, don't whistle at night.
Don't look in the mirror after dark, especially in an elevator, where it's generally not exposed to sunlight and tends to gather more yin energy.
Don't take photos at night, especially selfies, in case you get photobombed by someone you don't want.
If someone calls your name at night, don't turn around, because it may not be a person.
Don't put your slippers facing the bed. They say that the spirits attach onto them and then head towards the same direction.
Don't walk along or against the wall. That's where the spirits like to stand.
It's generally not advisable to partake in any water activities during Ghost Month. They say that the evil spirits who have drowned will try to then drown the swimmers so they can have a chance at rebirth.
10 things you shouldn't do during the
So this video I saw, and this person is from China. So apparently, I think all the belief we have in like Singapore, they have the same belief as well. So what does this tell us? The hantu like to do the same thing anywhere you go.
Or could it be because our forefathers were from China, they brought their beliefs to Singapore?
But the thing is like, usually some tradition and some things get lost over time. Why is this still a thing? Like now, especially when it's like I would say not logical things, right? Because it is like, nobody really like believes in them anymore as strongly as they believe in the past. But this is still like, no matter whether you're a believer or not, you're not going to do all these things unless you purposely want to challenge them, right?
I feel that this list is a very good list. Okay lah. So just now the 6 ghosts, right? Quite frankly, it's for fun, kicks and giggle. I don't really buy it. I think it's just an entertainment thing. But yes, there are black ghosts, there are white ghosts, grey ghosts. in terms of its power level, I don't think they differ very much. But the red ghost, I do believe, is still the most vengeful. In fact, the Malay believes in it, the Chinese believe in it. The red ghost is
Have,
the
have you
apex.
seen one? Or have you heard of one before?
I've heard, but I've not seen it for the red ghost.
Oh.
But this 10 things what not to do during Hungry Ghost Festival: don't whistle, don't ring bells, don't look into the mirror, don't take selfies, don't swim. These are all generally very, very sound advice told to me by my own grandmother, and I'm sure you probably heard it from your parents or your grandparents as well.
Many, everywhere else.
Yeah.
But you know, Eugene, something very, very scary about the 7 months.
What?
So this is told by a doctor who was working in the hospital itself. They say during the 7 month, surprisingly, or probably not surprisingly, there's a lot of death. There is a higher number of death during the 7th month of the Chinese lunar period.
You heard that from a doctor?
Interesting, right?
Did I tell you what I heard from a police officer?
What?
Highest drowning rates during Hungry Ghost month of the whole calendar year. August is the highest drowning rates.
So, what does it tell us? After you drown already, go to the hospital, chop, stem, die.
Confirm. So it tells me that whether we believe or not, whether we are skeptic or not, sometimes it's just better to just take precaution. You don't swim during August, you won't die, you know. You want to go and tempt fate, sure, but when accidents happen and you're fucked, then, well, you know, you've only got yourself to blame.
That's true.
Okay. My next video is very, very touching. When I watch it, I feel both creeped out and it disturbed me. This was sent to me by Jason. Okay, Jason from our community. To give you a bit of context, a father lost his son and he's grieving. And this is how he tries to remember his son during 7 months. Watch.
Yao Yao.
Oh my god. Very spooky.
爸爸给你花钱嘞，咋时你回来看呀爸爸了？你每天回来看爸爸了，爸爸都给你花钱。瑶瑶，瑶瑶。爸爸给你上花钱来喽，快来给拿钱，瑶瑶。爸爸早晨看到你跟我也要在超市里买东西了，有人没吃嘞。我来瑶瑶。当初在确定划分前，导演宋宝润也做了一番抉择。这个项目以前也是漫画，我觉得保持着漫画的味道，但是你的人情必须。瑶瑶。我们非常明白，当我们有点夸张嘴巴，太夸张的过程，观众会觉得有点飞，还有就是不感受到那种疼，不觉得不真实。快来拿钱！最开始是有一点。瑶瑶。拿烟抽，我那个是非常不一样的。我来玩了。我来玩。转一圈，然后跟你在一起转2、3个圈的，我哇，太夸张了，您接受不了了，就超能力了。然后我说回来了，干一下。瑶瑶，快来拿钱去。很好，那个我可以接受，但是可能那个度就就是不能太多。瑶瑶，爸爸给你花钱了呀！爸爸给你花钱了呀，瑶瑶啊！
Oh my god, so sad. He printed the child's face some more.
Wow. Tough to watch, ah.
But I believe a lot of the times, if you are not able to let go, the soul can't rest also.
Oh, this hits me different, man, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a grieving father. I don't think he's faking it. Like, most of what we have in part one is kicks and giggles, is debatable. But this particular video is a grieving father. Okay, if it's a fake, it's done in very bad taste. Uh, eh, but he sounds genuinely in pain and crying.
Upset.
Yeah. But when you put a child's photo like that, you put you have this thing standing there like that. The whole time when I was watching this, I was like, is the fucking thing going to move?
I also. That's why I take out one of my earpiece and I scared. But to be fair, I think that this one also the dad. No matter how much grieving, I think you should also let go. Because the thing is, a lot of the time, if you don't let go, the spirit can't rest well also. He'll be like stuck here, not able to be rebirthed and stuff like that. Then isn't it kind of torturous
Yeah.
for the soul as well?
True story. I share you something, okay?
Mm.
One of the cases I handled is a house call. I didn't film it. It's not on Supernatural Confessions because it's a very sensitive topic and someone's grieving and the house is haunted. The last thing you want to do is go in with a camera and can you tell me what you feel, So you got to be sensitive about that. Went down. This is a Marine Parade. The woman has lost her husband and she cannot let go. She's one of those that I think our parents' generation where they married, they became a housewife, they depended entirely on the husband. And when the husband died before, she just couldn't function anymore. And she kept calling his spirit to come back. And why I was called down is because the widow's sister said, I think my sister's house is haunted. Can you please come and check? So I went down under the pretext of being her friend and just visiting. Not a friend of the widow, the friend of the widow's sister who called me. Right, went down. She put his clothes on the chair. The dining room, the chair, the t-shirt she put on the
Like
chair.
that kind of dress up the chair, is it?
It's fucking eerie. And then the windows are all closed, the curtains all closed, the room is damn musky, the place is unkempt. And I can't be sure it's my imagination or not, but obviously when I came in, I saw the chair, I saw the table. I took a very long, good look at it because it looks like the whole table was like an altar. You put food in front of him and everything. So, okay, never mind. Went to the room and all that. Sit down, she checks, say your condolences. I came out. The chopstick was no longer on the bowl. One was on the bowl, one was on the table like that. Like
It fell down, something like that.
so if it fell, it would have just like plop. Right? But this is like one still on the bowl, one is much further away from the bowl. Then I still question myself like, did I remember wrongly? Maybe the chopstick was already there to begin with, but I was relatively sure. I came in, I saw, in my mind, everything looked like an offering table. So if the chopstick had been separated, it would have been a very clear, like you would identify, how come there's a bowl of rice, chopstick, but the chopstick is like that? You would have spotted that.
Remember it.
Yeah, so when I came out, then I saw the chopstick was separated. Yeah, so we left. I left with the widow's sister. And I said, why do you think it's haunted? She said she stayed there overnight. She can hear her sister talking to the way she talks, like to her husband. And she can hear reply, like a man's voice coming from the bedroom.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's just very odd feeling, and she doesn't want to stay in that house because it's just so weird. Like, oh, and this is your sister, mind you. You know, it's like your blood sister, and she's afraid because the sister does. They fell out because the sister does not. When she,
Want to move on.
when she told the sister that please just burn everything,
Stop it.
move on, stop this thing, she doesn't want to. She got offended. She said, "He is still here. He is still with me." She truly believed in this. So, and we believe that the dead when they move. So two things, right? When people die, the soul just goes away. Um, the Malay beliefs, right? Soul goes away. Chinese, I think Chinese say you come back 7 days, you stay and all that. But we also believe that sometimes there'll be entities that can take
The form of your loved one.
yeah. So what are we dealing with here? Really, the husband that cannot move on, the spirit of the husband that cannot move on, or another entity? But it's definitely fucking sentient because things are moving, voices can be heard talking to her.
Where you invite like unwanted company back. Right?
Yeah. Anything like that on your side?
Anything like that. I don't have a lot of family that pass, but the one that I have like a stronger connection to was my grandma. But when she came back like because I think her belief was more towards the Chinese side. She came back on the 7th day. Yeah, she came back on the 7th day. But my Chinese didn't do like the footprint kind of thing, the flour footprint kind of thing. But what she actually come and told me was like, she appreciate whatever that I was doing, and then she just come and tell me thank you.
And then she left lah.
And then she left. To me, what I feel is that she already moved on. She already went to like the rebirth center or something.
Rebirth center. No, but that's because you all never cry and pine for her to stay. The way they call Yao Yao and all that, like it's like,
Yeah, so apparently because this is my mom's mom, right? So for my mom it is more a very like emotionally connected, stronger bond to her, I would say. But for my mom, she says that she still have dreams about her off and on, coming to visit her and stuff like that. So I don't really understand like how does the timeline works.
Yeah.
So like I mean like a lot of the time the spiritual masters come and tell us like time is not relevant,
Yeah.
money is not relevant. So maybe she could have like recorded all these dreams and then just like play out for her.
Okay.
Pre-recorded, then after that just play like the YouTube. Okay, I think at this point of time my daughter needs me, I'm gonna play a YouTube video for her.
Wow.
So you kind of think of it, it's very touching, right? Like your other like your relative or whoever still misses you and still comes back to see you. But for me, I have already like accepted the fact and have already let go and wish her all the best lah.
Yeah.
Because I strongly believe that the spirit shouldn't be here to linger. It is a form of like mental torture for the both party.
Whew.
So what do you think? Do you think that entities can just come and do whatever they want?
No,
Or
I think there's rules. Okay, within the window period of the 7 days, I'm Chinese, I believe my Chinese culture, the 7-day period before you move on, you can still visit. And the 49 day and the 50 days at last. That's it. Then you're out of here. If you decide to zao law and stay here, you either get dragged down by the underworld constables or you end up being a wandering ghost. It can't be good for you.
so sometimes a lot of the time we also have like confessors, right? After a few years later, then they say their late parents come and like 报梦 to them and say that foretell some fortune or maybe foretell some future things that they need to be careful of. To me, it feels like a pre-recorded YouTube video.
Because time works very different from them, right?
Yes. So that technically, right, you can see that they've already transcend. But like how do they know this kind of thing? And how do they know when to warn us?
Okay, since we're talking about this, I recall something. Fans of Supernatural Confessions might recall last year, June, I went over to Malaysia, and I had a ayahuasca trip where I went into a trance and I elevated. So the belief is that when you go through that trancing, you go to a higher dimension, or some people say just hallucination. So whichever you
Beliefs,
believe, right? So I believe that when I traveled up, I saw a lot of things. I encountered a lot of things, but I can neither prove, confirm, or
or
deny
deny.
that whatever I experienced was real. It was just a very visual experience. In one of my experience, I traveled to the future in my current self, the spirit and soul of my current self in my image. I cannot see myself, of course, right? I won't know how I look like, but I traveled to the future when my son was an adult.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I believe I must have already passed away then because, or maybe not, but I came to him in spirit form. And there were things around him attacking him in spirit world and I was defending.
Oh, that's so
Right?
nice.
So if we take whatever I just said as something that is real, we will know in many years to come in the future, maybe I'm not even longer around by then, my son might have a moment where he sees me.
Hey, you write him a note now. Then he'll be very creeped out when you find
A time
it.
capsule, right?
Yeah,
So
then he'll be like, "Oh my god, Papa knows."
yeah, but I did not. So if we taking your recorded image
YouTube video,
video
right?
theory, I have gone to the future to last year and created a YouTube clip for him to watch
In the future,
in that
right?
time.
Ooh.
So for him, it's like, oh, it happened then, but it did not happen then. It happened,
In the past, for
yeah.
you,
So the timeline is all,
jumbled up.
it's not linear anymore. So we will know then. I don't know lah. Maybe my son will be watching this YouTube video many years to come. Then he'll know the secret.
Interesting.
Yeah. Woo! Wow, heavy topic at 3 freaking a.m. in the morning. Now, let's go on to our very first confession, shall we? We got 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5 confession tonight. This will take us past.
Jam-packed.
Yeah. What did you want to read the first one or you read?
Okay,
We
sure.
can take turn. 7-1. You
Okay.
go with this? Okay, go.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, I think I on my phone better because cannot really see.
Sure.
Give it a moment. So many things that we have. So many confessions. Okay, can. Okay. So this is by a anonymous member. So sharing this story since it's the lunar Chinese 7th month is coming, and I got a reminder of this encounter. So when I was young, I used to be more sensitive, and I used to be able to see the other side a bit. But gradually, I can just hear them occasionally. On one of the occasion, I was about 18 years old, and it was during the 7th month. I was sleeping as usual. Not long after I fell asleep, I was awakened by some commotion at the foot of my bed. It was giggling at the voices of a child, and it sounded like, "Look, Mama! Ha ha ha!" He and she was telling his or her mommy that he was playing with my toes. The mother responds, "Don't disturb her." The rest of the conversation I couldn't understand. I was half asleep and half awake state, and I can clearly remember the encounter. It was very intriguing and very scary at the same time. At that time, there was no child in my house, and all of us have already grown up. Also, I know what I've heard is probably from another realm. Dang, dang, dang. But have you ever been like in like the half sleep and half awakened state?
Yeah, I have.
Are you more in tune to the other side?
I cannot control because that's like in a dream state. So I tend to fly around, visit things, visit places, fall downstairs, or just zooming around. Cannot control, and it's like it makes no sense. There is no logic to it. So I can't really tell whether I'm astral traveling or just my mind makes shit up. Because you're really drifting in and out. But I have not had anything like this.
I have similar encounters to what they have. Not really people disturb me, but so-called I will have like, messages come to me when I'm in like the half state.
Like
Yeah.
what kind of messages?
So there was a lady who also come to me. Okay, maybe a bit of a pre-context. Remember last year we have our live show
Yeah,
where I was with one of your friend who was a master
it's
also.
not
I'm so
last year.
sorry I
It's
can't.
this year, January 6th.
This year, okay, this year January
Feels like a
6th.
long time ago, right?
Yeah, a lot of things happened. I cannot remember. Okay, but the live show
With
lah, the
Amelia.
late yes,
Mm,
the latest live show, right? We have with Amelia.
mm,
So at that point of time, I told her that my son came to me in a dream and stuff like that. Say see you soon, right? Then she says we have to be careful about whether it is like a different entity and stuff like that, right? So it's like a to another topic. So recently also
you got
I cannot
pregnant.
remember which one. No lah,
Oh,
touch wood ah.
okay. You say your son came to find you, then you say recently, so I thought I jumped to conclusion.
Anyhow only.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so then after that recently also I believe it was like 1 or 2 months ago, I cannot remember also. Okay, so a lady also came to me, and then after that she say I have to prepare to be pregnant. My child is coming soon. Then I'm like, prepare what? Prepare what? How do people prepare for pregnancy? Then I like spontaneously like started googling after a week. I was like, how do people prepare for pregnancy? And then it was for people who are already pregnant. I was like, then how do I prepare for something that I totally have no clue about? Spiritual pregnancy. Like what's going on?
I've got an experiment I think you can test.
Okay.
For the next 2 years, you don't have sex. If you are pregnant, you be the next immaculate birth.
Hey, that one Jesus coming again.
I mean, like all this premonition of you going to have a baby, your kid is coming, and if you don't actually have sex, you can't conceive, then you still get pregnant, then we know, wow, this one is really
Hey,
the divine baby.
hey, then what if I don't know how the church will react. Like, will they burn me alive or will they worship me?
Well, we just say in part 1, right? Even if tomorrow Jesus Christ come, no one's going to believe, right? So it's very tough in this day and age for people to even believe God's walk among us.
Later gonna burn at the stake.
Yeah,
The
you're a
the
witch.
Pope come down to Singapore and then like this, she's a Satanist, and then she catch me. Then I got burned at the stake.
You're the first witch in Singapore. So what do you think about that? Are you scared? What's your thought? Are you feeling blessed that
I'm feeling confused. Are you really coming?
who you asking? Your
Like,
husband,
no,
boyfriend, or your baby?
as in like asking the child, I was like,
Oh.
well, why suddenly got like random dreams about a child coming? Like usually when people have like babies and stuff like that, they don't have like foretell warning, hey, you're gonna have a child. So weird.
Ooh, okay. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. We want to follow this journey and see whether that comes to
Then
pass.
the next few months, the housekeeping suddenly got baby bump. Welcome back to another episode of housekeeping.
Then we know that baby is not 简单 one or this one.
Then the next few months after that, sorry guys, I cannot fit into my
Succubus.
maid outfit anymore.
With the unsexy prego outfit.
Baby.
Okay, go. Next confession. Let me do this one. This is by Andre Koh. Andre Koh says, went to Penang, stayed at quite an affordable modern hotel for cycling event. As usual, did all the necessary steps of knocking lah, telling that I'm only here for a few days lah, flush lah, and on lights lah, open curtain lah, messy shoes lah, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I'm the one who believes they exist. Well, Andre, you're my people. Actually, not quite a scary one, but seemed like an okay one. First night, off all lights except for the toilet one, which is on. Its door left ajar for a bit of light. Off the TV, I was watching the YouTube music and went to sleep. Early next day, there's an early day next. I placed the remote on the side of the table corner, which is not easily accessible. About 5 to 10 minutes later, as I was about to fall asleep, TV came on. Yeah, same YouTube music. Heng ah. Lazy to get up to check. I turn. Yeah, I literally have to get a quarter body up, turn to my right to access the remote and off it. Falling back to bed, I give a stern, Oi, Kun, don't play ah. Oh yeah, I'm not acting tough but sometimes we have to be stern, but not too fierce If not, they think we can makan, can take advantage of us. So nice sleep through the night and the next day as well. Oh yeah, I check in the morning to see got anybody set a timer on it or not. Boleh. All is good. Checked out and homebound already.
Who is Kun?
Kun is sleep lah. Oi, Kun
Oh,
Kun is sleep.
okay. I see.
Who is
I was
Kun?
like, who is Kun?
28 July. Recently only last week.
Yeah, recently only. Dang, dang, dang. The ghost come up before the Hungry Ghost Festival to play.
No, this hotel ghosts. Hotel ghosts are there throughout on.
Oh. They are not bounded by the time gate.
No, not. That one. The 7 months, the wandering one. That one got no home one.
Oh, is it? I didn't know. I thought they just like open the hell gates and then after that everybody come out and play.
Be free, my children. No, I don't know. I think the hotel one, we only hear hotel ghost story 7 months or not 7 months, we still hear them. What?
That's true. That's true.
Okay, next one. Ready?
Okay, so this one I will read.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So Rosinah, right? Okay. So Rosinah have another confession for us. So she says, I had a strange encounter at Chong Pang Green in the early of 2017. Previously, where a rubber plantation was in Yishun, which was reported to be haunted by Miss P. However, this story is about a lifelike doll with a child's spirits inside. It's made of silicone with long and curly blonde hair, beautiful features, and wearing an English cottage dress, completed with a hat and an apron. When I saw it sitting on top of a branch very high, which looked impossible for anyone to put it there, it looks very realistic, pretty much like a real life doll. At the time, it was rumored that spirits of the dead fetuses in Thailand were reincarnated into dolls and they were sold to unwary customers to make a big profit. It was static and during the day, but it will come out in the middle of the night to wreak havoc. It came out in the newspaper about a Tampines resident who went to Thailand for a holiday in vacation. He was so bestowed with the beautiful doll, lifelike doll, that he had bought one for his daughter's birthday. It turned out to be his biggest regret he have ever made, as the doll shockingly came to life at night and caused a big commotion at home, waking the entire household up by throwing the items all over the floor, banging the furniture, and turning everything upside down. It was a combination of Annabelle and Chucky all into one. It seems like he had enough of the trauma and the notorious doll that he had decided to get rid of it for good. He carried the doll far away from his residence and abandoned it by a big tree. Passersby reported to seeing the dolls with huge eyes walking along at the roadside at night, looking very scary and menacingly. I believe an ustad who was knowledgeable about the supernatural was summoned to get rid of the doll spirit, and there was no closure to this story. In my 25 years of living in Yishun, this is the only time a supernatural encounter I've experienced but didn't have the courage to wait for the doll to come out at night, come alive at night. Is there anyone living in Yishun who had this supernatural encounter? Please share in the group.
Is it Tampines or Yishun?
She say she live in Yishun. She saw this doll, but she heard another similar story in Tampines that something like this is happening also. Who knows maybe the doll take 969 all the way to Yishun. Who knows? So what do you think, Eugene?
This one's quite scary. This is quite scary. I mean, I have my own encounter with dolls that come to life. One of the house investigation I did. I think I shared this story 2022. Went to the house, set up CCTV, motion sensor, doll move. Doll move. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hougang
What
doll.
kind of doll is it?
All this kind of very lifelike one now. Got the eyes on everything.
The porcelain dolls or is it
No,
like the
the
reborn doll like that?
no the Tampines one was a Indonesian puppet. The one in Hougang was a very lifelike doll with eyes and all, and hair. Yeah, I think it's true that I've heard stories. I don't know how true this is. That maybe not even the Thai, some Indonesian maybe will even put the spirit of a child into a doll, sell it to unsuspecting owners, hoping to give the doll a new lease of life. But
I wonder why they do this though. I don't think they want to create random horror stories
no, I don't know.
to feed on people's fear.
I mean, like if you talk about the Kumantong, it's actually a controlled spirit. What the spirit does work, and then the owner gives merit to the spirit to reincarnate. But to just put into a doll randomly and sell to unsuspecting victim does nothing for the spirit inside. Maybe that's why the spirit is that angry, like when violate the whole house. Right, havoc, yeah. Well, I mean, based on the experiences that we've heard and have, I think it's likely that this could happen. So possible.
You know, Eugene, when I was a young girl, the only thing that I'm very, very afraid of, I will always lock them up. I would like to play with them because I believe little girls will play with dolls also. But when I was young, right, I never liked my Barbie dolls. I always chuck them aside. They are too creepy for me. I have 2 of them and then I never like them. And then after that, I just keep them in the cupboard with a very, very heavy door. To me, the heavy door is like kind of like a lock so that they can't move and open the door.
Why not just throw them away?
I don't know don't ask me. My weird child mind work in mysterious ways.
Do you still have them?
No, I don't have them. I throw them away. I think the moment I turn 13, I think, then I threw all my toys away.
That's why the occult museum I want to start is very important, because people who want to throw away their cursed item can actually pass it to us, and then we can have the spiritual master to bind it, do it properly, rather than just leaving it around and let it wreak havoc elsewhere to somebody's house.
Okay but I don't think my Barbie dolls actually wreak havoc It's just my fear,
Maybe your fear is part of your instincts telling you.
Who knows?
Right. That's where the fear comes in. We talked about it in part 1. The fear comes in when you feel fear about something or you have goosebumps. It's your body telling you, giving you a sign. Danger is there. Okay, last confession for tonight. We are hitting almost the 1 hour mark. Wow, today it's already past 3 a.m. already, guys, on our side now.
Yeah, it's 3:05 now.
Okay, I'll read this, yeah? By Liew Mei Ling, 3 days ago. Hello everyone, I'm new to this group and would like to share my story. Thank you, Mei Ling. Title, Is It a Paranormal Incident? When I was 16, my boyfriend and I would meet up and take strolls to the East Coast Park, which is not far from my home. To get to the park, we would usually cross the PIE underpass. It was usually brightly lit. However, on one particular evening, our stroll took a strange turn. As we were walking through the underpass, happily chatting away, my boyfriend spotted a man clothed in rags with unkempt long hair staggering slowly towards us. My boyfriend quietened down and pulled me closer. I was surprised but followed his lead. I noticed the man too, and he was giving me creepy vibes. As we crossed paths, the man turned to stare at us. He had a deranged look on his face. Through his messy hair, we saw his crooked smile and bloodshot eyes. I looked away in shock. As we passed him, there was a sense of dread and the air around us felt heavy. Our footsteps became sluggish and we could feel the man's eyes on us even though we were walking the opposite direction. As we started walking up the stairs to reach the ground level, I felt a strong pull as if an invisible force or hand was preventing me from moving forward. I used every ounce of my strength to push forward. My breath became labored. I felt lightheaded and chills ran down my spine. That's when I heard my boyfriend mumbling something to himself. I glanced over and saw him holding his Buddhist amulet and chanting quietly. Instantly, I knew something was not right. I started saying a silent prayer too as we struggled up the steps. When we reached the top, we suddenly felt lighter and the eerie feeling dissipated. That night, I suffered from sleep paralysis. I couldn't move but was conscious. conscious. And above me, I saw the man from the underpass floating, staring at me with those same bloodshot eyes and crooked smile as his long messy hair brushed my face. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. I shut my eyes and said a silent prayer while struggling to break free from the nightmare. I succeeded, but I think I fainted. For the next few days, I was sick with a high fever. I was in and out of consciousness, constantly feeling drained and unable to sit up. My mom told me I was just having a bad cold or a flu and gave me some medicine. A few days later, my boyfriend visited me. I told him what I have experienced after the spooky incident at the East Coast Park underpass. He said he also felt ill and had a high fever for the next few days. But his mom went to the temple to seek help and he got better after that. So, is it the hantu? Thanks for letting me share my strange encounter here. I've been keeping this secret for almost 30 years for fear of being ridiculed. Thank you for sharing your supernatural confessions. That's why we exist, because it is safe for confessors to tell their stories without fear of being ridiculed. Mei Ling, you are not alone.
Yes, I believe in your story too, Mei Ling. So, shall we debunk it? Shall we, or like dissect it,
Yeah.
and then we see what's happened?
Sure. Let's dissect it. I think Mei Ling will want us to have both sides of the argument, and let's see how far we can scale this discussion. You wanna go?
Sure. So for this, I'm always on Team Hantu. Never fail. Right. So basically, what I feel that that feeling is probably that something is not right. That's why the boyfriend pulled her closer. Right. So usually, I think when you go out with your friends and stuff like that, usually when something's not right, you will try to get whoever's with you to avoid the danger. So when they decide to not kind of spook the person, or in a very very weird way, alarm that person, they still want to act as everything is normal so that the person won't be alarmed, and then they try to walk past this person. I believe that this person probably try to suck their energy or something. That's why the both of them felt ill, and the both of them couldn't walk up a simple flight of stairs, right? Them telling us that they go for strolls regularly tells me that these two people are not very obese people and stuff like that. They kind of work out regularly, right? So a flight of stairs shouldn't cause them much problems, right? So why the both of them felt ill is probably they got spiritually attacked, and then the man is probably latching onto them to suck out as much as possible before probably the effects wear off. So what do you think?
Let's go with the obvious answer first, shall we, and get it out of the way. Skeptics would say, you see a homeless man and you are in a tunnel with a girl, and along those underpass is very narrow, and you can either get robbed, raped, murdered even. So there's a general sense of fear when you look at someone looking very disheveled like that. And because you're seeing someone like that, your fear starts to play, you begin to overreact, and because you are fearful, your legs become heavy, your limbs become soft, you cannot climb out the stairs, and at night you have nightmare because you have had a shock from the day's experience. That's what the skeptics would say. And I would say that is a possibility. Is a possibility. That's one option, okay? Now, I'm going to give us a slightly different point of view that could be the case with this one. When we dabble with the occult, when we deal with black magic, we sometimes go crazy. We heard people go crazy. They don't shower, they don't clean themselves because they are in a different realm. Their reality is all very warped already. The entity is taking over their body. What could they be asking for? Maybe power, maybe love, maybe sex. They are dabbling in something. And the fact that when you're walking there and the boyfriend pulled the girlfriend close, yes, maybe she's trying to protect her, or like we said, their spider sense all goes up and he's reacting. And he walked past them, and this sense of fear that he's looking at them. This is a spell being cast already. Right? Maybe he likes the girl. He wants to take advantage of the girl. He it could be, and like I said, he's really part demon already. A demon has entered his body. He's very attached to it. He has gone off the rockers already. He's half his mind is gone already. And so when the girl went back, spiritually he followed her
Oh.
to drain them. It could have gotten worse. Like, it could have been a case where if they did not seek spiritual help, she could have had recurring dreams of him every night. And he could spiritually take advantage of her. That could be. We have heard stories like that as well. So for her, the mother said, "Oh, you're just tired. You're having a flu. You're sick." Maybe, but for the boy's side, it's almost like my grandmother and me. Anything wrong must be the
Go
hantu.
bye-bye.
Go bye-bye.
Go bye-bye.
So it could have been intervened. But we don't know because there's no ending to it. There's all these possibilities, but as we are dissecting it, what are the possibilities? So on one end of the spectrum, overactive imagination, but she's holding this for 30 years. Part of me tells me that her subconscious understood this was not your regular scare. It might be something more. So on the other end of the spectrum, this person was not normal. He is a practitioner that has been corrupted. So where do you guys stand in between these two versions? Do you have your own version? Let us know in the comment section what you think. Is this something totally logical? Is this something what I said makes sense and resonate with you? Or you have your own theory? Let us hear it in the comment section. But what do you think about both theories that I put up forth to you?
I would like to believe in the occult stuff.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe our comment section will beg to differ. But to me, I feel like it's more of like trying to take something from the couple, right? To know whether it's that like their life energy, or maybe their, like what you say, wanting to, take advantage of her. Or maybe perhaps want to like eat the soul up entirely. But probably not as powerful yet to eat the soul. Or maybe there might be divine protection, right? Because she said a silent prayer, and then the guy has like a Buddhist amulet with him. So the both of them could have like, divine intervention, and then after that they recovered, also fight a little bit on their own. Right. So definitely I think, when it comes to dealing with occult stuff, your religion and your belief is very important.
Yeah.
Who is there to protect you? Right.
I think this world has so much unknown, so much unseen, and there are all these gray areas that we take for granted. It's very easy to be skeptical, very easy to brush this off, very easy. But to believe, and not just believe blindly, but to understand what we're dealing with, to know some of these possibilities, that is a lot harder, I find. So really the skeptics have an easy way out. Brush it off, done. And you forget about it. But for those of us who believe, it's not just about believing in ghosts, understanding what the fuck are we dealing with, who is that, who might be that, and if we can now ourselves, what kind of help we need to go to. I think that's more important for me personally. The
But
interest in
Eugene,
understanding.
have you gotten like, divine protection before? Or asked for divine protections before?
I suppose whatever happened in 2012, 2014 for me when I did what I did in the whole exorcism act, that was not me. I was just a vessel. I had a front row seat to seeing bright lights, and I would imagine the bright lights were divine help coming in to perform the cleansing exorcism ritual. It wasn't me, right? And for that to happen again, it did not. It was a one-time thing because it was life and death situation. So I suppose when I come to the point where it's a matter of life and death, then something in me might be awoken. But now generally, peacetime, I'm so far from that moment. It's been 10 years. It's like, you kind of relax, take it for granted. Yeah. But I like to think that there are guardian divine things around watching out for us.
But kind of think of it, Eugene. Backtracking to like your like vision you had, or like a travel into the future about you protecting your son. I think you might be a potential spirit guide for him.
Maybe, right?
Right.
Yeah. Maybe. Like how people say, oh, I think your grandmother is following you around. Some people told me that, oh, your grandmother is following you, protecting me. Is my grandmother still following around, or has she gone on to the other side? Or maybe 50 years ago, she had a dream about me. And she, in that time, there's more questions than there are answers. The
Answers,
more we
right?
peel this layer out. Oh my God, we can go on whole
Okay.
night.
Also, just before we go, I have one
Yeah.
last confession also.
Sure.
So for this one is that, okay, I've been having a lot of dreams, right, lately. So one of the recent dreams that I had, okay, was that I saw another me, but this was a different timeline. I don't know what happened, but the other me was a very depressed me. So really it was on the verge of like just ending things off.
Oh.
It's like all is done already, fuck it all, that kind of like situation. Like all just want to have it like all go away. Right? So the other me was on the verge of like just ending it all. Then me now, okay, in like a spirit form, I went up to myself and like, just don't give up. Everything's okay. I've been through this before. Everything will be okay. We will always make it work. And then after that, the me from the spirit form went back into like the current me. So after that, I'm like, am I my own spirit guide? Is that the reason why I cannot connect to the divine?
So maybe, okay, so yeah, there's a lot of maybes here, right? Maybe you were talking to another parallel timeline you. And that parallel timeline, Belinda, thought she had spoken to her spirit guide.
Spirit guides. That it was
Yeah.
essentially me own self help own self. Nobody help you.
I mean, this is a fucking Christopher Nolan kind of movie lah. We got to contact him, like Interstellar, Inception, touches on all this kind of theme. Like Interstellar, to me, that's a ghost story. You know the movie Interstellar? He flew up to space, he go through the black hole, he came back down. He went back to. So in the start of the movie, it's a bit of spoiler for those guys who did not watch it. He had an interaction with a ghost at the start of the movie. At the end of the movie, we realized that it was
Himself, right?
Trying to give him
a message.
This wasn't that was what your experience was probably it.
Okay,
It's
own
an
self help
interstellar
own
moment.
self.
Yeah, own self help own self.
So those people who don't have a belief, you know who you should believe? In
Yourself.
Wisdom.
And with that, we end off today's show of Housekeeping. My Lord, it's the longest we have ever run. It's 3:20 a.m. now on my side. On our side, we are you're Yishun, I'm Tampines, but
Tired as fuck.
yeah. And tomorrow morning I got another confession to take. From
Congratulations.
yeah, tomorrow's one is a Singapore's youngest female Taoist. She runs a temple with her father, and she was actually a confessor on our show before. So tomorrow I'm talking to her dad, who's going to tell me stories and stuff about 7 months.
Good. All the best, Eugene.
Alrighty. Eugene is a hell of a shack. And with that, we're going to say goodnight. Any last words, B?
Believe in yourself. If you have no religion, no spirit guides, you can always be your own.
And
Good
night.
night.
See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.